So welcome everyone. Our librarian this evening is Gwyneth Stupor. Did I pronounce that correctly?
That was perfect.
She has 16 years of experience working with libraries. She's a proud mother of a 5-year-old daughter. As a staff at Oakton, she may be found at the circulation decks. And when she's not there, she's at the archives section of the library. She has a range of interests that includes speaking, photography, teaching, and researching. So students, let's welcome Gwen Stupor to English Composition C50 online. She's a librarian this evening, and she'll be walking you through the basics of using resources at Oakton's library, and also how to use that to your advantage for your research projects. So she's going to take over from here. All right, and you may feel free to switch off your camera, but don't go to bed. Just hang out, okay, so that we know you're around. All right.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And I am so grateful to be here to teach you about our resources today. One thing that I want to kind of like lay the land right away, we are a small class. If I say something that does not make sense, or I'm clicking and clacking away, or whoa, where did she go? Please do not hesitate to ask me. I will definitely help you. Stop me anytime. And I will help you. In addition to help, I want to tell all of you that if you pull anything from this class tonight, I want you to know as you go on your Oakton College journey, and it sounds all like a cinematographic movie, but I want to tell you, you can always come to the library to get research help in whatever format you see fit. Okay. And this is important to me to tell you because being transparent, when I went to college, I really did not feel like the librarians there could help me with anything. I felt like they were judgy, like they were, I don't know what was going on there, but I want to tell you, I have worked in a lot of libraries. This is, in 15 years, this is my 4th library. And I gotta tell you, every librarian here is nice. Every librarian here does their job. Everyone likes working here. But most importantly, we're all here for the students. There is nothing more important than helping you. So if you come to the reference desk and you see us and we look like we're typing and we're busy, like we are not busy. Come right up, say, I need help. If you come to the desk and you're like, ooh, not today, I don't want to talk to who's at the desk today, no problem. We have an online chat. I've even used the chat before. That's crazy, right? You can chat anonymously and we will help you find articles. It's also great because we staff the chat until 8 o'clock at night. So if you are looking for something late at night, please feel free to chat. You can call, you can email us, any way that you see fit. So I like to call the library free gift with purchase, right? Like you have purchased this Oakton education, and the library, we have so many resources for you, not just for research and for research success, but we have a lot of fun things too. We have graphic novels, we have movies, we have streaming movies. We just added the museum pass program where you can get free museum passes through Oakton. So you can even double up, like if your public library has that program too, you want to take your whole family to somewhere for free, print out passes through us and through your public library. People do that all the time. So that is really, and I'll show you where you can go to get more help after this class. The other piece of advice that I want to just impart to you, because it actually happened yesterday and it happens every semester, This really is a thing. Do not buy articles. It is very it is very attractive late at night when you're going on Google Scholar or you're going online and you see it's $20 for an article on Springer or on Taylor and Francis, and you say, you know what, that article is great for my paper and I need, I'm gonna just buy it. We already pay all of these guys so much money. But aside from that, if it looks like Oakton does not have something that you want, we can get it quickly. We have our friends at Northwestern, U of I, U Chicago. We can get articles within a matter of an hour for you. So if you ever encounter this situation where you're like, this article, it's perfect, Oakton doesn't own it, let us know. We will always help you try to find it. So, and just a show of hands, either in the chat or, have any of you gotten an Oakton library card yet? Awesome. That's great news. If you haven't, it takes 2 seconds. They print it, they give it to you. There's no drama. And what that also enables you to do, a lot of businesses in Des Plaines, and I can't speak for everyone, but if you say, hey, I'm a student at Oakton, do you have a student discount? In the city of Des Plaines, a lot of them will honor you and give you some kind of discount. So I would say go ahead and try that as well. So that's just a nice kind of perk that I wanted to tell you about as well.
What about the people in Skokie?
Skokie, yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
Skokie. Yeah, I don't really go to Des Plaines a lot because I'm in I'm in Evanston, so
I get you. You know what? Let me find out. Isaac, I'll get back to you because that is a really good point that I had not thought of. Yeah, I mean, I think that I know movie theaters for sure have their general like student thing, but that's a good thing if we could. I know at one point student services printed a list of everywhere you could get a student discount. So I don't know that. Thank you. I don't know. I will find out for you. That is an excellent point for that. Awesome. Do you have any other questions before we begin? Okay. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and I literally start from the very beginning. And I understand and I just want to make sure I got your topics in advance. This assignment is how many pages again?
So they have to turn in a proposal, then there's going to be a research essay followed by an annotated bibliography. So
Yes.
At this point, between 8.5 pages, we're looking at that, not including
Okay.
sources.
Okay, that's perfect. So I will show you how to get started with. That's awesome. All of you guys are on the bottom of my screen now instead of the top. So this is very good. Okay, I will show you from the very beginning, okay? And we will go ahead and talk about finding resources at Oakton. So what I want to tell you, and I like to begin right on oakton.edu because for any class, this is kind of how you can first get started, right? So if you're lost or you're like, I don't know where to go to start, just go to oakton.edu and click on library. And if you scroll down, you will see a couple of things. And I just want to make mention of what these are before we go on and explore some of them. So Oakton's whole library, that's kind of like Google for resources that we own. It's a great way to kind of start your search. I want to show you a couple things first, but we can go here later. The thing that makes it different from just an article database is that it includes ebooks. So if you are looking for ebooks as well, you will go to Oakton's whole library. Find articles and databases. That is where we are going to be living. That is where you go shopping for the articles. And we're going to look at 3 databases tonight. I don't like to go and look at a bunch of different things and like open, this giant music box, because once you know how to use one database, it will become easier to use more databases, and you will be able to give other ones a try. And we also have a link to find citation help. And we'll go there at the end to look at how to do an annotated bibliography. There's research there about that. I know most of you have probably used EasyBib in high school to make bibliographies and works cited. Oakton subscribes to a product called Noodle Tools, which is very similar. So it's a lot like Julia Child cooking, where you put in these citations that you found and it spits out a works cited that is formatted and alphabetized. So you're not spending your life tabbing and kind of shifting things around. I will say, several professors at Oakton have told me something to keep in mind. I had a professor tell me that the works cited at the end is almost like the difference between a letter grade, right? I always thought when I went to school, like I would spend so much time writing the paper, the works cited was kind of like an afterthought, and I was like slapping it together and piecing it from here and there. I'll show you kind of an organized way to keep all of these things together, so you're not doing that at the end of your assignment. So I like to call it dressing the paper to go out. So we will talk about that as well. So the first thing I want to have you do, and while I am speaking, I will be kind of looking at different topics, and you are more than welcome to search your own topic while I am speaking. I am happy for you to do that. I just want to say, so sometimes it's a good thing to do when you first start your research. It's almost like you're banging on the computer with a hammer. If something does not work the first time, keep thinking about words and ideas and other things you can use. For example, I just had a student who said, I am having the worst time finding articles about mental health and college retention. And it sounds like, oh my gosh, there should be like 4,000 articles about that readily available, right? Well, when you search those 2 words that make complete sense, you don't get as many articles as if you go deeper and you say college dropouts, college students and stress, college students and mental wellness, mental illness, anxiety, depression. So as you begin reading, you will kind of build this vocabulary around your topic. And sometimes you may find as you are researching that you might want to limit your topic. So, I understand, for example, like if you had the topic mental health, that is a huge, huge topic. Huge. I would recommend breaking it down if there is a specific population that you would like to explore mental health in teenagers, the effect of social media on mental health. That's a huge topic. A lot of students, I've seen them do that topic. So kind of just be thinking too, if the results that you are getting seem like this giant pool of things, you may need to kind of tweak your topic to narrow it down. I understand that another topic that might be of interest is about politics, and there's actually a word, political polarization, right now. And I was today years old when I found out what this term. But I found that out through reading and kind of searching other things. So we can look at that as well. So the first thing that you are going to do, I'd like you all to click on find articles and databases. And this is like going to Golf Mill or going to Woodfield Mall. We have 193 stores here, okay? And you kind of come to this page like, I don't even know where to start here. I would advise go right to all subjects and say that you want general all subject databases. And there are 13 of them. And the reason I say this, these databases are the Costco's of databases. And let me go ahead and let me put this in the chat just so you have a direct link to it. So the 3 databases that I would like to look at with you are called Academic Search Complete. We are going to look at Credo Reference. We are going to look at Opposing Viewpoints. And then at the end, I know a lot of students like to have statistics for their papers as well. There is a database called Statista we can look at, as well as the website usa.gov is like Google for all government websites. So that'll pull up census data on your topic and the like. So the first database that we're going to look at is Academic Search Complete. Somebody named Humza is in the waiting room. I don't know.
I'll admit him.
Okay, perfect. I'm never sure if whoever's being admitted is supposed to be there, so I ask. Okay. So if I put in, for example, gun control, just like Google, you will get these suggestions. And you can look at them. I just want to kind of show you right away. So when we search gun control, we have 9,000 articles. Something else I want to show you. This is just one package within EBSCO. If you click on choose databases, these are all of the packages that we own in EBSCO. And a lot of times a social problem, is a business problem, is a health problem. A lot of times I recommend selecting every database and saying okay. And now when we do that, we have 55,000 articles, which is incredibly scary. But I want to show you some things. So right now, the publication date is going from 1931 to 2023. On the left side here, you can limit your search. You can limit to peer-reviewed articles. And that means that these are journals where a group of peers needed to read that article and decide amongst themselves that this article was credible. So these are scholarly. These will be longer than like an article, say you'd find in like Cosmopolitan or GQ. A lot of times these are actual studies that people have actually surveyed people about gun control. Publication date, you can move that up, and that will limit your search. Now there are only 2,000 articles. And as you scroll down, I'm going to show you this. If you can see this second one that says, "No more politics over people, the role of helping professionals in the prevention of mass shootings and gun-related violence." Just to kind of get the lay of the land in here, because like sometimes when you look at these things, you're like, I don't even know what I'm looking at, right? This is the title of the article, and these are the authors. And what you will see, these are the authors, and Traumatology, volume 29, March 2023. That is the source and the year it was published. These are all going to be different. And then it will say, it'll have a little bit about the article right in the results. And then you will have the option of looking at the HTML, which is kind of like just a written out Word document of it, or a PDF, which will be like an actual picture of that journal. So I'm going to click on this. And if we scroll down, you can read the abstract. You can look at the PDF itself. And this looks like a good article to me. It gives an overview of mass shootings, etc. Lack of gun control, kind of an overview of issues. When you find articles that you think are like, man, that's actually what I'm looking for, right? I would recommend in EBSCO, in any database you use, just email it to yourself, okay? You're gonna type in your email. You are going to select what format you want to use. An MLA is down here. And I would send it to yourself. And I would start making a folder in your email and putting all these articles into one folder. Because I will tell you, there is nothing worse than saving this PDF file and not knowing where you got it from. And you have tons of in-text citations with this article. And now you are being Nancy Drew at the end trying to figure out where you got it. So we'll save yourself a lot of time also, because it's like Christmas or It's like your birthday or something. You are emailing yourself a special present that also has the full citation information that you can then put in to your bibliography. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you are just searching and you click on cite, you will see that you can copy the citation information from there as well. So I want to show you a couple of tricks as well up here. One trick that I love, especially for kind of very specific kind of topics, I love doing the title search, because if something is in the title, you know that the article is definitely about it. So if I look at this, I'm just putting in this term that I found out about today. This is an interesting, the free speech of public employees at a time of political polarization. This might be an interesting article. It's from the Houston Law Review. It was just written in the winter. There's really nothing kind of, as I'm looking through this, that I want to point out to you. There's nothing special that I am doing that you like. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a magician. We are all searching together in these databases. So that's something that I have found useful, putting something in the title. It looks like my computer is kind of freezing up right now, but let me see if I can go back. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is when you are in an article in EBSCO, there's this really great button, find similar results. And this actually uses artificial intelligence, which is spooky, right? To find articles that definitely are your topic. So this might be helpful to you as well. Someone mentioned foster care. Let me start a new search. Okay. Foster care system, foster care or foster children or foster care system. And you put in the word leaving.
Or specifically like aging out of the foster care system?
Gwen, are you still there?
I think she's frozen.
Let's give her a few minutes, maybe a few seconds. Uh-oh, we lost her. She will try to, I hope she rejoins, but let's pause.
Thank you. So you can kind of get the idea here. I'm wondering, leaving foster care.
I have put the search box I use for my topic is what is it? Aging out of the foster care system and support systems.
That's perfect. Aging out of foster care, that is genius. You could even put that in quotes, and that will search for that as a phrase. Within, let's see. Nonprofit developing housing for teens aging out of foster care. What's interesting too, there are these subjects. This says foster home care. We could click on this subject and type in aging out. Ooh. Experiences of young parents with foster care backgrounds during COVID-19. Predicting youth at high risk of aging out of foster care. Oh, experiences of young people preparing to transition out of foster care in South Africa. Former foster system youth. So I'm really, thank you very much for sharing that. I think that is awesome. So that is EBSCO. This one looks very kind of like industrial. We are going to look now at my favorite database, which is also very pretty. So if you want to close EBSCO, we're going to go back to oakton.edu and click on library. And we're going to go back to find articles and databases and general search. And the next database we're going to look at, I'm going to put it in the chat just for time. It's called, oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. We are going to look at opposing viewpoints in context. And it should look like this. What I like about this database has both non-biased and biased reports in it. And I'll show you how to separate the two. But what I love is there's this light bulb on it. And these are the hottest topics of the day, right? And new topics, updated topics. You can look at your topic. So it looks like gun control is here. If we look at politics, political polarization, ding, 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 it's there. Let's look at, I'm not seeing foster care, but we can search for that. If we go to mental health, there is a topic there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and Actually, let me go back. When you go to these, it presents you with a full non-biased report first that you can read. And it gives you the main ideas about it, maintaining mental health and wellness, access, mental health in times of crisis. You could maybe write a whole paper about mental health during the pandemic or something likewise. If we go back, so this is like the main report. If we go down, there are featured viewpoints, which are biased and non-biased. So like under viewpoints, I would say always be careful to see who wrote it, because especially for gun control, there are going to be viewpoints in here from the National Rifle Association with their point of view as well. So some of these are cons, some of these are pro. It'll have academic journals, it will have other viewpoints, references, infographics, images, magazines, news, going all the way down. Something cool about opposing viewpoints, most NPR interviews are transcribed and indexed in this database. So if you're looking for something you heard on NPR, this is a great place to go. If I type in aging out foster care, okay, here we go. Talk of the nation analysis, aging out of foster care. And this gives you the full report and the full interview that you can read. So this is another resource that you can use. Again, they all call it different things, but if we go back to that article, you will send it to your email and it will have the citation information. Okay. So that's opposing viewpoints. Another database I want to show you is called Credo Reference. And this one is a little different because instead of articles from scholarly and non-scholarly journals, Credo is, let me put this in the chat. Credo is like if we filled the whole Skokie campus with reference books from floor to ceiling, encyclopedia of social problems, encyclopedia of blah, blah, blah. Credo has dictionaries, encyclopedias, etc. This is where you're going to find awesome background information on a topic. Okay, so if I type in gun control, for example, these are all from encyclopedias. And a lot of these are going to have great overviews, great history of your topic. This gives the background of the issue, guns in history, state gun laws. So this can kind of paint the picture for you about your topic. And again, these separate kind of points that a lot of these encyclopedias talk about, you could choose as your topic. Like if you wanted to talk just about the federal and state gun laws surrounding the gun control issue, that could be something available to you as well. And again, at the top, you will have access to, they call it share here. Like it's like every single database has their own special way to tell you that you can email it to yourself. So you can say email MLA, and here you will put that information in and you will send it. Now we're going to look at, I just want to show you the website usa.gov before we talk about citations. Does this class go till 8 o'clock?
8:15.
8:15, okay, perfect.
See if you can keep it at let's say 7:55.
Perfect. You got it, we're on.
Thank you.
USA.gov, if we put in gun control, you will see these fact sheets, things about different acts. If we type in aging out of foster care, this is a report from a government agency that you can read. And what's nice too is a lot of times these kind of articles about a topic will link to the actual data frames and information for you. So that is another place that you can go to look for data. The last thing that I want to show you, and for this part, you don't have to do anything. You can just watch me. Under Find Citation Help, we have, let me scroll down. We have information about, we actually give workshops about citations, but this is where you would go for MLA citations. It'll talk about what it is. You can, let me search for annotated. Okay. Okay. We have this video on annotated bibliographies.
First time encountering them. You may be wondering, what is annotated? It's basically
Gwen, it's hard to hear the volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I think maybe you have to share, but if you can share the link,
yes,
that would be fine.
perfect.
Okay, we check it out.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This video and then these links about sample annotation, this will help you. So this is like an annotation of, this is the citation bird by bird, and then this blah 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 talking about the book is the annotation. the very last thing I want to tell you, this is where you find Noodle tools. And this is that citation manager. And I am going to go ahead and log in. And what this does is you will create a project and you will add these citations into this. And the way that you will do that is you have all these articles emailed to yourself with the citations. If you say new source and it was from a database, it'll look like you'll have to retype all that information. Do not do that. You're going to go to copy and paste. And you are going to copy and paste. So like I did earlier, second. Let me see. I thought I had copied and pasted one, but if you copy and paste the citation into here and you say okay and you save it, it will look like this. Like let me just say, like if you pretend you're in your email and you copy this and you paste it in here and you hit save, what will eventually happen, you'll get something that looks like this, and you will say you want to export it to Google Docs or to Word. And it will look like this. And then if you want to add the annotations, you can say, this article was about blah, blah, blah. And you can do that. I would make sure you have the header information, like on that annotated bibliography video will show you what to type here for that. But without further ado, that is all I had. If you have any questions, I'm open to questions, or if you want to set up any kind of communication with us on our website, you can talk to a librarian. And again, these are all the ways. You can make an appointment, chat, email, call, text. And that's it. So thank you all very much. Good luck. You've got a couple weeks left. That's awesome. And I tell students all the time, if I had to write an 8-page paper today, I don't even know what I do, right? And I am an education professional. What you are doing is like walking on the moon, and you are all awesome in my book. So with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Gwyneth. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Of
You were
course.
thorough in guiding us through the resources available at the library. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon again.
Thank
Sounds-
you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your semester.
You too. Thank you.